I'm Ray for GosuGamers. I'm here with EternalEnVy from Cloud9. And so basically, how was your tournament so far?
So far it's been pretty fucking garbage, but yeah, it might get better. So I'm still open-minded to see what happens.
Why is it garbage exactly? Can you explain it?
Well, just there's a lot of things. I'm not sure if I can explain some things. It's kind of like secret, but the things I can explain, I guess. Man, fuck, I don't want to flame them right now because I'm still waiting to see what happens. Like, I never do this actually. I never flame a tournament before it's actually over. I think that is not true. I flamed DAC during DAC. Okay, never mind. I'm fine then. So our flights got pre-booked to avoid something that I won't say, but they pre-booked all our flights, and then our flights were wrong, so I had to rebook it and stuff like that. It was pretty stressful, and so the seating matches. I was reading over like the brochure or whatever thing they gave us, and it's like there's a wake up call at 6:30 a.m. and I was like, oh god, oh my god, I refuse. Okay, so we actually didn't come to like fucking 10. Every other team went at like 7 or something, but we didn't. And they go there and then they sit there for 2 to 3 hours because the computers don't work, and they have to like fix everything and stuff like that. Then they start playing at 10, but they don't actually play at 10. I think they play like
I think it's 10:30, I believe.
10:30, 40 or something. And then these teams, they sit next to each other for some reason. So they can hear each other's team speak. Because especially the Chinese are very loud. So they can block your team speak as well. I know EG suffered from that. I know VP and some other team are sitting next to each other. They can hear each other. And we also did that. They actually could have fixed it by just moving the teams around. So they don't sit next to each other. And it would have been fine, but they didn't do that for some reason. When we got there, my computer failed and everything, stuff like that. All the computers failed. There were some lag issues as well with the internet. And this is the third tournament that ESL has hosted. The first tournament they ever hosted was in Frankfurt. They had computer issues, they had internet issues. The second tournament they hosted was in New York. They had computer issues again. Then there's a third tournament. I wrote in the blog, I said, I said a bunch of things about them, but one thing I said a lot about was the computers failing, and for somehow they actually managed to fail them again. And so I know Illidan was really mad because their practice area here was outside in their code, and I think the Chinese teams are mad. I usually talk to people before I write my blogs, like all the players, to see what they think. Like half of the things I read about aren't about me, usually. I think Isa he wrote sausages on Reddit or something, and that was like the second top voted comment. And what he meant that I explained it right afterwards, today. But what he meant by that was in the morning we had sausages right for breakfast when we arrived at the venue, and like some other stuff, like very little stuff, like not healthy stuff. And then for dinner we also had sausages.
Oh, it's German. I mean, Germany, like sausages are famous here, though.
Yeah, but like when you're accommodating for 40 like 5+ different people, like from different areas, you kind of like when you're in the middle of nowhere as well, because we can't do anything here. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We can't do shit. So you kind of have to accommodate for people, like because I know when we go to China, we still get fucked, but we're kind of given more options, and they know how important it is because people get food poisoning there. They get so much shit there. It's not that clean, stuff like that. So these things, I feel like if you just sit down for an hour and you go emo every day, so I go emo in my shower. I think about Dota all the time. I feel like these tournament organizers had the same passion for the game, and then they take some shower sessions. One of those shower sessions, you're like, how can I make these players happy? I feel like you would think about all these problems and solve them, but I don't know.
Okay, so this tournament had a seeding bracket, right? I mean, normally tournaments don't do that. I mean, so what do you think about this format in comparison to the conventional one, like group stage to playoffs maybe, and I mean especially now it's going from double elim to actually a single elim, which is a little bit weird, I suppose.
Well, the single elim itself is fucking garbage, and the seeding matches, it wasn't even double elim. It's like you lose one best of one, and you couldn't be top two anymore. And the only thing that matters is top two.
Yeah.
Top three, IG picked us. Like, I mean, maybe they think we're weak, but no, they don't. They don't think we're weak. They lost to us. You know, they don't want to pick us. So they want to be top 2, but they can't because they lost one game.
Yeah.
If you lose one game, you can't be top 3, you can't be top 2 anymore. That's retarded. That's not double elim. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's like some messed up shit. So it sucks. Like we lost our first best of 1, and then we just gave up. We picked like Phoenix Terribly or something. Or like fuck it, let's scrim because. You lose one best of 1, it doesn't matter. We get top 3. Who am I gonna pick? Am I pick Vici or EG? Like,
Okay, so well, IG picked you as you said, right? So I don't believe you guys played against each other in the seeding bracket. So I mean, oh, you did. Okay.
no, did we?
No, I don't think so. No. Okay. Anyway, so what do you think about like going into the game? I mean, I think it's the 3rd game of the day. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think they're the hottest team right now, except Secret, in a sense, because they just won a tournament. They changed drafters. They got confidence from changing drafters. They won a tournament. They come here. They lose one best of 1, whatever. They 2-0'd EG. I think they beat Vici. No. I think Vici lost to VP. But anyway, they won a lot of games. They 2-0'd EG. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, they look pretty strong. But I think Bone's pretty confident against them for drafts, and I mean I think it's fine too.
Okay, speaking of Bone, well, there were some issues from about him to come here, right? I mean, you guys played the seeding bracket without him, and you guys played with Pass, I believe. So, what do you think about Pass performance in comparison to Bone 7 when Bone 7 is around?
It's too hard to say. I don't really want to talk about Pass because he hasn't played competitively in so long, and then like he plays for a team that doesn't have their captain. It's like, I honestly should have drafted that tournament, but I didn't. I'm really against Carey's drafting right now, but I still should have drafted. I feel it's too bad. And that talk about Bone, yeah, he had some surgery problem, so he couldn't make it.
Surgery problems, like is it like the same day as the tournament, like, or why couldn't it be earlier? Or you know?
So he had to redo his surgery. He did surgery on his wisdom tooth. He tried pulling his teeth out. It didn't work. They failed. Fucking Romania. And then they had to redo the surgery, but they couldn't do it right away because of the healing time or whatever thing. So he did the surgery like 2 days before the tournament, or 1 day before the tournament. I think 1 day before the tournament. And he actually could have played from home. But ESL wouldn't let him for some reason. I think that was a really bad decision. There's something to do with legal issues or something, but I think overall it's really bad for ESL because they get less hype for their tournament. I mean, who cares? No one had hype for that shitty tournament, the seeding tournament. But and then we get fucked over as well, so they just fuck us both. And like I feel like for things like this, you actually should accommodate even more because it's not really something we can do anything about. Like it's not like he scheduled the surgery before a tournament. Like he had to redo it.
So, well, we are here today at the ESL. What do you think about the event right now? I mean, today, so far. I mean, it's really early in the morning. So, what do you think about right now?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess it's good so far. The thing is, like, people have been starting to ask a lot about my opinion about because my blogs recently it's only like within this month that people have started talking to me about and like be annoying about my vlogging stuff. But I usually my opinions are usually not mine. I always talk to everyone and see what they think, and if they think differently from me, then I would have to phrase my blog differently. I would have to say, this is my opinion, this is not anyone else's opinion. People actually disagree with me, and I actually say, Aki disagrees with me, like in my blog, because I don't want to like sound biased. But I don't have any idea right now. I haven't played my match. Nothing's happened yet. I haven't seen the food. I haven't seen anything. The only thing I see so far is the stage setup is good, but the sound is way too loud. I think it's actually insane. And I listen to music max. And people always tell me like, holy shit, you're gonna go deaf like by age 27. And I'm like 24 right now, I think. And I think it's loud, so like, holy shit, it's loud.
Okay. So going into the match against IG later on, what do you have? Do you guys have anything special planned? Like, do you have a specific target for this tournament? This is the last event before the TI, right? So, do you have like, is this just a practice ground, or are you treating it as a like a real proper tournament, and you want to win?
Well, I want to win really bad, but it's still like it's a tournament where it's still a practice tournament. I don't know. I really want to win, but like if we do win this tournament, I don't feel like I'll be particularly happy. It's just a warm up.
Why wouldn't it be like particularly happy? Like,
It's like a confidence booster TI, I guess, but like it doesn't really matter honestly. It's whatever. Like IG won like 3-4 tournaments before TI last year. They beat DK best of 5. They beat Newbie best of 5. They beat DK again best of 5. They beat Newbie again best of 5. 2 times in a row, I think. They won ESL Frankfurt. They beat EG there. They beat some teams, and then they won WPC Ace best of 7 against DK.
I think DK won that 4-3, I believe.
That was first.
The second one.
Second WPC, IG smashed them, like 4-1 or something. And then they went to TI, they got 8th place. So.
Okay, so well, going into the, I mean, who do you think is gonna like place really well? I mean, VP has been looking really strong. Do you think that they finished first in the seeding bracket, right? So, do you think that they have like, what do you think about your opponents, basically all your other teams?
Well, I think Secret's gonna win this tournament if they don't lose to us. I think EG is pretty good, I guess. That's it. I think VG is kind of dead right now. I think they should go back to F5 drafting, and they need to solve some of their issues.
Okay. So in your blogs, you talk a lot about Dota 2 majors, about the standardizing of the tournaments and stuff. So can you tell us some people who maybe haven't read your blog, like, why do you think Dota 2 majors would be great?
Well, it's like it makes it a lot simpler as a path to play Dota. So a lot of players are gonna see a more unchaotic path. So like they kind of plan towards this career. So that's always nice because I know there's a lot of players that are really, really fucking good, or could have been really good. They're pretty shit, but they could have been really good, but they never took the path because it's hard. It's so fucking hard, and it's so confusing. You could be a really good player, but you could be stuck on a shit team. You don't get paid, stuff like that. You get scammed in many ways in this fucking scene. So hard. There's so much toxic people, toxic managers, toxic organizations. So it's hard to get in the scene, but and then you deal with these tournaments, and these tournaments are also really toxic. I can't. So at least with Valve, hosting the majors, at least there's players have something to trust in life, and they can pursue this career. And I think it's good for the players that are already playing because it's more money. I think it's gonna be more money overall. Because majors is going to be probably compendium based. It's probably going to be multi-million-dollar tournaments. It's going to be treated. You're going to be treated well. You're going to play these really fun tournaments. Because a lot of players actually lose motivation to play the game because TI is so long, and it's so hard to look forward to a tournament that's so cancerous. It's so yeah. It's good. Is that it?
Is gonna come up in about a month from now. Wait, a month and a half. Okay. So are you guys doing any boot camp or any special training for it? Because you guys are multi-continents, right? So what do you Can you tell us what are you gonna Cloud9's planning for this?
I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it to TI because I flew back from MDL to Canada, and a week later I flew here. And then I'm flying back, right? And then a week later, I'm flying to the boot camp in Europe. Then I'm flying back. then I'll probably just commit suicide. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. So we're gonna boot camp in Europe for a week while I'm jet lagged, and then we're gonna probably go early to Seattle for about 5 days to a week. I might not go with my team going to Seattle, depending on. I might just go 4 days early or 3 days early. While my team will go earlier because they're European. But generally, it's not a good idea to stress yourself out because TI is so fucking long, and I don't want to be like DK, where they like go to the hospital to check on their head. They have like a migraine or something because they're stressed out. Like holy shit, no more.
Okay. Okay, so TI, as you say, is really long, right? I mean, normally they say that the teams that adapt the best, it normally wins. No.
That's not true. Well, I mean, actually, it's true and not true. Like last TI, it's true, newbie, obviously, but like look at Vici. They didn't adapt shit. They don't fucking care about anybody. They fucking ban Tinker first ban. They ban Wiz second ban. Every game, they don't give a fuck. They go to second place. They play the same push strat every game, non-stop. And the only team that kind of countered them was us. But we fucked up. So then they kept going. They kept fucking going. And then they got second place. And then they lost Newbie. And Newbie actually adapted them. And if you look at TI3, Alliance didn't adapt the shit either. And they fucking smashed. But Navi adapted. They lost their first series really badly to Fnatic or something. Fnatic used Reaver. Then Navi was like, I'm using Reaver too. And then they picked Reaver for Avos. And they got pretty far, so it's kind of true. And it's kind of true for TI2 as well, for Navi. But no one else adapted either, so it's true and not true. The TI winners so far have never adapted except Newbie.
Okay, so TI, well, it'll be happening really soon, and who do you think is gonna be like, well, let's say top 4, like
Top 4. Secret for sure, I think. Undoubtedly, I think they're gonna be top 4. They could break apart though. Actually, I can see that happening. I think EG will be top 4. I think these two teams are kind of for sure top 4. I think C9 will be top 4, and I think VG will be top 4. IG, LGD are looking okay. Empire's looking pretty good actually. I mean, it's always gonna be these 7 teams. I think Empire, C9, Secret, EG. Okay, I'm gonna do Western teams first. C9, Secret, EG, and Vici, LGD, IG, Empire. Okay, Empire's you're Russian, I guess. Yeah, these teams are gonna be in the top 4. So some of these teams, but I would pick EG, us, Vici, and Secret.
Okay, all right. I think that's pretty much all I have to ask. So do you have any shoutouts or maybe callouts you want to make?
Yeah, shout out to Arteezy we played this pub yesterday. Okay. It was kind of like our MLG finals. Like we just kept throwing, but we somehow won because we had better picks. It was kept fucking throwing. I was anti-mage and he was Zeus. We had like 10 deaths each. Okay. And then I had a rapier and like I don't know. I died with no buyback and stuff. Like oh god.
No callouts?
That was my call.
Oh, that's a call out. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyway, we are here from we're GosuGamers from ESL. We'll see you later.